Norfolk and Western in the late 1950s gained the reputable nickname amongst the railfan community as the Alamo of Steam. In late 1956 and early 1957, noted railroad cinematographer Don Kehl took 2 trips over to the NNW to document their operations on 8mm film. Now in the care of the archives at the Western Railway Museum, it is hoped that you enjoy this look back at the Norfolk and Western, the Alamo of Steam. The action begins at Hagerstown, Maryland, where the NNW's controlling party, the Pennsylvania Railroad, forged traffic to the NNW to provide connections in Indiana, West Virginia, North Carolina, and Ohio. At the yard in Hagerstown, we see a pair of Pennsylvania L1s along with a streamlined K-Class 482. Non-streamlined K1 Class 482 number 115 is seen with a mixed train at the Hagerstown depot before being seen leaving town heading south for Shenandoah, Berryville, and Front Royal, Virginia. The 115 is a homebred product of the NNW, having been constructed at the railroad's own Roanoke shops in 1917. At Berryville, we see a Y-Class 2882 at speed with a general freight bound for Hagerstown before we see the 115 again continuing its trip south. The 115 shows off her graceful classic lines as she races south towards Shenandoah. Y-Class 2882 is seen switching around Front Royal prior to 115's arrival with its mixed train. The 115 continues south and is seen in 2 different vignettes between Front Royal and Shenandoah. Y-Class 2882 leads a short freight north crossing the trestle out of Shenandoah. Followed by our friend the 115 with our mixed train heading across the trestle into town. After seeing the 115 doing switching around Shenandoah, we see a Y-Class 2882 arriving into the yard with a general freight. The Winston-Salem Southbound was a bridge line completed in 1910 connecting the N&W in Winston-Salem with the Atlantic coastline in Wadesboro, a distance of about 90 miles. Due to the controlling interests of the Norfolk and Western, the railroad held on to steam late into the 1950s. As we see one of the railroad's 4 282 Mikados switching and then departing Lexington, North Carolina in February of 1957, steam on the Winston-Salem Southbound only has 2 more months to go. Fresh ballast is still awaiting to be tamped as the train heads south below Cotton Grove. Some switching is seen at High Rock before heading back north toward Lexington. After charging through Lexington, the train continues north toward Welcome. Crossing the trestle coming into South Winston-Salem, we see one of the railroad's two ex-NNW 280s with a freight, bound for North Winston Yard. The old consolidation has dropped its train and is seen running light through North Winston Yard. Moving back to the NNW, we see Alco K2 Class 482 number 124 leaving Winston-Salem with a northbound afternoon passenger run. Baldwin K2A Class 482 number 135 heading south out of Walkertown with an afternoon passenger train and then pacing into North Winston rounds out part 1 of this look at NNW, the Alamo of Steam in the 1950s.